Okay, so I think we're going to be back. You can see now the soup has got a nice light simmer. It's hard to see, and I don't want to move the camera because there have been some issues happening with it. But with the potatoes and everything in there, there's a nice thickness to it. You can see, in a sense, when I tilt it, how you can see all the happy thickness, all the happy happies. So, because this is New England style, we have to add milk or cream. Pour in some milk, which I have right here. Again, my mise en place, so I never really have to leave the station. And you can use milk or cream depending on what you're really going after. Mainly because it's dairy. The cream, heavy cream, will make it actually thicker. And I want to put a little of that in there for richness. But because heavy cream is so much more expensive, and we started with a roux, and we have all this thick, happy stuff in there. But again, just because we added milk doesn't mean it's ready to go. You still have to, A, let it come back to a boil. But because now we added dairy, you want to be very, very cautious with that. And I'm only going to add about half a quart of cream, so that's 2 cups. And again, that's just for more richness and flavor. Now, one thing you may have noticed I have not added yet is the actual clams. And the reason for that is they're already processed and cooked. And even though they're going to sit in the soup and tenderize, I'm in no rush to put them in. But as you can see, just like in class, I'm trying to keep my station nice and neat. All right? I'm going to be afraid to move the camera, but I'm going to move it because we're far. The station's got just a few things on it. That's the bowl of clams. That's on the drip pan in case any other juice comes out. I've already got my knife there, but I've got to clean that. Other than that, the kitchen is being kept as clean as we left it this afternoon or this morning when you guys left. Now, because this is a cream soup, we have to make sure we're very cautious when we cool it down. You can't just put it in the refrigerator. So even though I'm here all night long, I'm going to make sure that it stays at a nice consistent temperature. We're going to cool it down nice and slow in the sink with some ice around the pot. Keep stirring it, keep stirring it, keep stirring it until it gets to the point where I can put it in the fridge. If you put cream soup in the fridge too fast, or a pot this size in the fridge too fast, 2 things can happen. A, the heat of the soup could actually hurt the refrigerator because you're putting something so hot into such a cold space. It could affect the temperature of all the food that's in there, which can make it spoil. And at the same time, it could also break or curdle the soup because if it cools too fast, it could actually sour. And we wouldn't want that, especially on a batch of soup this size. What I'd like to start doing maybe next week as we go into it, after we do this cafe this week, is maybe start having one soup, someone makes a soup, a very large batch of soup, so then we can start selling it throughout the week. And then you all can start making soups in larger batches, and we can start breaking down and selling it throughout the week. So this is going to come back to a boil. I'm going to pause it for a minute because obviously you don't want to just sit here and watch me stir. That'd be too boring. So I'm going to put on a pause. When I come back, we're actually going to have it boiling, and then I'm going to add the clams to it, and then it's going to simmer another, I don't know, 10 minutes after that, and then it's done. These videos might run a little long, but at the same time, the information you're getting out of the video is very, very crucial. So we will talk soon. All right, so now that we're back again, I'm at 4 minutes, so I know these videos run a little long, but you know what? I can't keep doing 5-second videos. I did add 2 dashes of white pepper. You need a little pepper. Because of the clam juice and everything else, you don't need a lot of salt. I might adjust that later on or tomorrow, but I will check with that later, but you're not going to see that part. And a lot of you already know your seasoning and stuff like that, how to adjust your flavors. So, now again, these are canned clams. And again, they're large cans that I use here. You can buy them at BJ's, or you can always ask me and they'll get them for you. Add that right in. Now this is also going to add a lot of flavor, more clam flavor to it, because it does have a clam flavor. And ideally, when you're having chowder, clam chowder, you should taste the clam. Let's see the clam. So now I'm just going to continue to stir this, kind of let it blend together. Keep the heat on low, because again, remember, we use cream, And the last thing you want to do is burn a cream soup, because once you burn the cream soup, the whole soup is trashed. So this is, remember, all those things we always talk about. And as much as you guys like to venture out and have conversations someplace else, if you're cooking a cream-based soup, never leave it. If you're cooking cream-based anything, never leave it. All right? I appreciate your time. You'll be getting this video, I don't know when, but I will make sure you get it. We will watch it. You will be quizzed on some of the stuff, because this is just like any other soup. The only difference is it's a cream-based soup as opposed to like a chicken or broth soup like we did the other day. And you guys have done very well so far with your soups, and I want to start taking you to another level and try to show you different things. And yes, I do have soup recipes for 2 or 3 people. You don't always have to make this one. This is probably would feed 40 to 50, depending on how big your soup cups are. As you know, I have soup recipes that size as well. So I'm going to cut it off at 6, and I'll talk to you later.